Today's video, we're going to be looking at Q2 of this year's best ISA accounts. We're going to look at the options for cash ISAs, fixed ISAs, or ones where you can lock your money away for a guaranteed return. So without further ado, let's jump into the top cash ISAs. Starting in first place is CHIP. They are offering a 5% return with a minimum of £1 and it's opened via an app. The interest is paid monthly and it is a flexible ISA. Second place is Tembo, probably a new name to a lot of you. Their minimum is £10, they're open via an app, and the interest again is paid monthly, but note this isn't a flexible ISA. Then you've got Trading 212, the platform I personally use. They have a new customer bonus of 0.28% fixed bonus for the first year on top of the 4.78%. So it's a pretty good rate. Minimum £1, you open online or via the app, and the interest is paid monthly. And this is a flexible ISA. Then you've got Plum, which is 4.78%, minimum £100, opened up via their app, and the interest is paid monthly and annually, and it isn't a flexible ISA. On this one, there are 3 penalty-free withdrawals per year, new customers only. There's a lower rate on transfers in, which includes a 1.22% variable bonus for a year. Then lastly, there's Moneybox of 4.78. Minimum £500. It's not a flexible ISA. You can open it online or via their app, and the interest is paid annually. Again, there is only 3 penalty-free withdrawals per year, and new customers get a bonus of 0.58%. If you want to stick to some more well-known names in the industry, we'll go through those quickly as well. So the best rates are the Post Office of 4.4. Their minimum £100, you open online and the interest is paid annually, and it is not a flexible ISA. Then we've got the Bank of Ireland. They're looking at 4.4%, but this includes 3.15 fixed bonus for 1 year. The interest is paid annually, and this again is not a flexible ISA. Then you've got Marcus, owned by Goldman Sachs. They have 4.3%, but that includes a 0.49% fixed bonus for the first year. There's a minimum of a £1 payment. You open it online and the interest is paid monthly. Again, not flexible. Then we've got Skipton Building Society at 4.2. Nice and straightforward, no bonuses or anything like that. That's what it is. There's a minimum of £1,000 though. Open online via the app, via post, branch, or over the phone. So it's an easy one to get open. Interest paid annually, and it is a flexible ISA. Then you've got Lead Building Society, 4.25%, and you need a minimum of £1,000. You open it online, the interest is paid annually, and it's not a flexible ISA. Now, the top 1-year fixed ISAs. In first place, we've got Oak North at 4.47. You can transfer into this. There is a penalty withdrawal of 90 days. You open online or via the app and you get your interest at maturity. Then you've got Synergy Bank, 4.46% with a minimum of £500. You can transfer in. There's a 180-day penalty for withdrawal, and you can open it online, and once again you get your interest at maturity. Then you've got UBL UK, that's 4.45%. You can transfer in, 90-day penalty, open online, app, via the post or in the branch, and as with all these bonds, interest is at maturity. Once again, 2 quick, more well-known names for you. We've got Lloyds / Halifax, Bank of Scotland. They're all offering 4.2%, and you can transfer in, 90-day penalty, and you can open online via the app, on the phone, or in any of their branches. And you can get the interest paid monthly or at maturity. Then you've got Hargreaves Lansdown, which is Vida, or Vida via Hargreaves Lansdown. They're 4.46, a minimum of £500. You can't transfer in. There's 90-day interest penalty, and you open it online and you get paid out at maturity. Now, the 2-year fixed accounts. We'll go through these quickly. Close Brothers at 4.4. You can transfer in, 150 days interest penalty. You open it online and you get your interest at maturity. Then you've got Hodge Bank at 4.34%. You can't transfer in, 180 days interest as your penalty if you withdraw any money, and you open that one online. You can get the interest paid monthly, annually, or at maturity. Then Shawbrook Bank, which is a name that's popping up a lot more recently, and they are offering 4.33%. You can transfer in at application. There's a 180-day penalty. You open it online and you can get your interest once again paid at monthly, annually, or at maturity. The big names once more. We've got Skipton Building Society offering 4.2% with a minimum of £500. You can transfer in. There's 180 days interest. You can open pretty much anywhere, online, app, branch, post, or over the phone. And once again, monthly, annually, or at maturity is how the interest is paid. Then Leeds Building Society at 4.1%. There's a minimum of £100. You can transfer in. There's 180 days interest penalty. You can open online, in the post, or in the branch. And the interest is paid annually or at maturity. The last one is obviously Lloyds, Halifax, or the Bank of Scotland. They're offering a flat 4% interest. You can transfer in. There is a minimum payment of £3,000 for Lloyds, £500 Halifax, and £500 for Bank of Scotland. And then 180-day interest penalty. You can open online, on their app, in the branch, or on the phone. Interest is paid monthly, annually, or at maturity. Now, for those of you that want to stick your money in for a little bit longer, we're talking 3 years now, and we have the Close Brothers at number 1 at 4.43%, but that's a minimum of £10,000, so that's something to bear in mind. You can transfer in. There's a 270-day interest penalty, which is quite hefty, but that's the same for all of the better rates. Then you open it online and you get your interest paid at maturity. You've got Hodge Bank at 4.41% with a minimum of £1,000, and you can't transfer in on this one. There's 270-day interest penalty. You open it online and then you get your payments monthly, annually, or at maturity. Then lastly, you got UBL. Their interest rate is 4.41%, a minimum of £2,000. You can transfer in. There's a 270-day interest penalty. If you withdraw any money, you can open it online via the app, in the post, or in the branch. You can get your interest paid monthly, quarterly, annually, or at maturity. Then the big names again, Skipton, which is 4.2%. You can transfer in. 420-day penalty, so it's a little bit less. You can open it online, on their app, in the post, in the branch, or on the phone, and you can get your interest paid out monthly, annually, or at maturity. Then you've got Leeds Building Society. They're paying 3.9%, and you can transfer in. There's a 240-day penalty. You can open online, the post, or in the branch, and it's annually or at maturity is when the interest is paid. And lastly, for those of you that want to lock your money away for half a decade, we've got the 5-year fixed ISAs. We'll rattle through these really quickly. So we've got Close Brothers at 4.3%. You can transfer in. There's an entire year's worth of penalties if you withdraw anything. You can open it online and you get your interest at maturity. For Close Brothers, you need £10,000, by the way, in order to open that one. Then we've got Hodge Bank of 4.28%. You need a minimum of £1,000. You cannot transfer in. 1 year's interest penalty, and then you can open it online and you can get the interest on this one though monthly, annually, or at maturity. Then finally, Shawbrook Bank at 4.2%, minimum of £1,000. You can transfer in at application, and then 360 days penalty, as they save you the 5 days. You can open it online and you get your interest paid monthly, annually, or at maturity. And lastly, the 3 big names that offer a 5-year fix and the best rates are Skipton Building Society at 4.2%, minimum £500. You can transfer in. 1 year's penalty, online opening, in the branch, the post office, the phone. Then you get interest paid monthly, annually, or at maturity. And then we've got Leeds Building Society at 3.75%, a minimum of £100. You can transfer in. A year's penalty, open that online, in the post, or on the branch. And again, it's annually or at maturity only on this one. And then finally, Halifax at 3.7%, £500 minimum. Yes, you can transfer in. There's 365-day 1-year penalty. You can open online, on the app, the phone, or in the branch. You get paid monthly, annually, or at maturity. So that's the rundown of all the basic accounts. Let me know if you find anything better out there, and I'll add it into the next quarter. Thanks so much.